Hello YouTube, this is Necrostevo and you're watching one of my narrated Wi-Fi battles. Today's match is one that I had against Chris Giagozoglu. Ah, I butchered that. Giagozoglu from the Pokemon Melbourne boards, so he's in Australia. But if you're interested in checking that board out, it's on Facebook, so go check it out. This is an OU match. As usual, I kind of just went back to my normal style of playing kind of weird stuff. Start off with my specs Galvantula, and I get a crit on the Bug Buzz. It didn't really matter. I don't know what he could have done to me. Maybe Gyro Ball would have hurt. But I do just stay in and go for another Bug Buzz, seeing that I figured that it might kill him if I stayed in and did that. He goes out the Sizzle. I don't really want to take any banded move that thing is going to throw at me, and I'm expecting U-turn, expecting me to switch. But he just goes for Swords Dance. That really, really sucks. I go out to Adrian here, the Conch Elder. You guys might notice this is the first time I'm using a Conch Elder. I really don't like this Pokemon, but this Pokemon kind of represents one of my friends, so it was the most appropriate one for him. But I do have the Guts boosted Drain Punch, and just my max HP investment and Conch Elder's natural bulk allows me to take the Swords Dance boosted Bullet Punch, finish him off with a Drain Punch. In comes Rotom. I know he's just going to either Volt turn or he's going to hit me with a Thunderbolt. And I don't really want to swap out into anything because I think the only thing that I have that resists electricity is my Galvantula. And so I'm able to do a great amount of damage with Mach Punch. I was impressed with that amount of damage. So Guts boosted Conch Elder, you saw it in action there. I was able to take a hit, dish something out, and then pretty much heavily wound something else. So on the Conch Elder down here, he goes out to Polito to set up his rain. I was expecting him to switch. I could have just stayed in and thundered and killed him. If I really was expecting him to switch. If he predicted me to just go for Volt turn, wow, Volt switch. I commend that. Not really knowing what he was going to do, I was expecting him maybe to Perish Song or something, so I just went on into Smart Girl. Unfortunately, he scalds, and even more unfortunately, he gets the burn. Of course, that is a 30% chance, but I feel like I get burned at least 80% of the time when I'm getting hit with burns, and I burn just as often when I use Scald. So I don't know what it is with Scald. With that burn, I'm not really going to be able to do anything. He protects to see what I'm going to go for, and then at this point, I don't have any utility with Smart Girl here. He smartly switches out into Ferrothorn, knowing that I'm going to go for that Zen Headbutt. That's a contact move, and that's going to cut my survivability down by one turn. Um, I've lost a lot of momentum here in the last few turns. That's what U-turn and Volt Switch are used for a lot of the time to maintain that offensive momentum. And with the Pokemon that I'm using, it's important that I maintain that momentum. So that's kind of why with these random ones that I brought, I did make sure I brought U-turner and I also brought a Volt Switcher. Now here I was expecting this Brave Bird to kill. I would have switched out if I thought that he was going to live, and he barely lives. So I don't know if that means that he has some HP investment or something, but I really thought that I was going to kill, and I'll have to throw some damage calculations down there for the average Scarf Rotom. But seeing that he's just going to stay in and go for Thunder, I know I can outspeed him. And this is a thing that I saw in the team preview that I didn't have anything for, really. Bandit Aqua Jet nukes my entire team. Now, in the rain, I probably wouldn't have lived that. I'll have to run a damage calc on that as well, but that was pretty much my only chance to take out the Azumarill, was with my Spoony Sage. He does switch out here expecting the Aqua Jet or the Waterfall, but even the position that I am in, that's way too obvious of a move, so I went for Double Edge expecting him to switch out, and he does switch out. So that works out, I guess. It doesn't really matter because he has Sucker Punch. Uh, and I admit that I put myself at quite a bit of disadvantage by bringing these Pokemon to this battle. But it was actually a lot more fun to battle with these Pokemon. Now here I went out into Galvantula hoping I could scare him into going, oh look, he has a Sucker Punch of his own and he's faster. I don't know. I don't really know. But I did enjoy that match, Chris. So if you all are interested in that board, be sure to go check it out. I'm interested. We That board actually started a tournament called Choose Your Trainer, where the trainer you can only choose from their Pokemon. You can choose anyone from the anime, the manga, or the game. And by the time I found out about the tournament, it was a little bit late, so I ended up having slim pickings. But I did choose Dahlia, which is a Frontier brain from one of the third gen games, I believe. Uh, if not third gen, then fourth gen. You'll have to excuse me. I just got back from a bar review course. But Dahlia was one of my favorite Frontier brains back then. She was one of the first ethnic characters they had in the series, in the game series rather. So she was always one of my favorite ones. So be sure to look out for those matches. I'll have those up soon. Well, not those matches. If I get past the first round, I'll have matches up soon. And then I'm also entering the Striaton Challenge, which if you all don't listen to the Striaton Radio podcast, you really should, because a lot of the people there are extremely entertaining, and they also just spend the whole hour, hour and a half talking about Pokemon, and that includes the metagame, that includes the anime, it includes the card game too. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely go and listen to that podcast, and I'll link the Pokemon Mailboard in the description, and I'll also link the Striaton Radio podcast in the description, so that you guys can go check out their sites and see if it's something you're interested in. In any event, I hope you all enjoy these brief announcements. I know that was kind of a short battle. I am going to be uploading a little bit more this weekend as well, so you guys get two short battles instead of just one battle a week. So be sure to look forward to that. And you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching my